Hello again, Philippines. Let me tour you around in our place here in Ilocos Norte regarding our farming adventure. In the Philippines, raising cattle in the backyard is very common, and it helps us to promote integration with crops, trees, soil, and nutrient cycling is facilitated. As you can see, our cows move several times throughout the day, especially our heifers, those small calves, and their mother. We choose to feed our cattle on grass pasture most of the time. However, for fattening, the conventional way primarily requires silage and grain, or the darak in Tagalog. What you are seeing now is the fresh napier. We are chopping it, and this is very good for this season now. We provide corn and napier silages and mix it with molasses. Molasses are good source of energy for them. As you can see, they love it. Making money with cattle is hard, but it's always possible to do as long as we consistently provide them the best possible nutrients that the cows need for their growth. The population is growing rapidly around the world, and in the Philippines alone, the population is big. Therefore, a need for beef in the market is also in demand. As a farmer, we must consider to put our products in our chosen marketplace at a price that is attractive to our clients and at the same time profitable to us. This is what we do in making the corn silage. What we do for the last 2 years of our farming adventure for cows, we run very simply to be profitable. As you can see earlier, our cattle sheds and fences was constructed using local materials only, such as bamboo and local Madri cacao trees and used woods. It is a lot easier to raise a cows in a season when nature or the environment works with us and not against it. So we have to consider the timings for the seasons. What you see is when we are visiting farms and learning from them. It was actually a good experience for us to learn from the experts. Understanding expertise is important from the people who have already a huge experience of raising cattle. Is very important because it provides us insights into the nature of our thinking and planning. What you are seeing now is just when we are visiting farms of different experts in the cattle industry. Let me show you for what I love for Earl Nightingale, stating that 1 hour per day of study in our chosen field is all it takes, according to him. So 1 hour per day of study will put us at the top of our field within 3 years. And according to him, in 7 years, we can be one of the best people in the world at what we do. And this is our world now, farming. According to them, cows were made to walk and graze. Putting a machine between the mouth of a cow and her feed source costs a lot of money. We have adapted some of their feeding program. For our fattening cows, we feed them for short periods, so we work hard to determine the lowest cost way to do it by utilizing everything we can get in our surroundings. We don't purchase dayami or rice hay. It's always available in the neighborhood for free in Ilocos Norte. What we do in exchange of the availability of their end products during their harvest time of palay or rice, we volunteer to clean up their fields. At the time of pandemic, we noticed a higher prices for grains. So we look at a cheaper feed options for our cows feeding program with a creative thinking and a change in management from the time of difficulties. We felt the impact of high feed prices. However, it is not only the feeds are expensive, as other feedstock also are going up in price from time to time now, and we need strategies for raising livestock with expensive feed costs. This is the reason we came to learn to produce corn and Napier silages. It's rainy seasons. The grass in the surroundings just started to grow, and it has been good to feed our cows now with the available foods in our backyard. The amount of money we spend feeding our cows has almost doubled when looking at what it takes to put them on gaining weight. So we take a combination of cheaper feeds and increase feeds efficiency to reduce feed costs. We have also planted forages in our surrounding to ensure availability of foods throughout the rainy seasons. In some circumstances, we buy bulk or darak or the rice bran for a wholesale price. This way, we lower the costs. Then, when at all possible, we always buy commodities in bulk rather than per retail price. In Ilocos Norte, you can see a lot of bluegrass, Bermuda grass, sorghum, what else? A lot of grasses. These are commonly planted in Ilocos Norte, and most of it are voluntarily growing, especially at the time of rainy seasons. Be careful though that some of the high protein grasses may contribute to bloating. The reason that a cow eats grass is to provide a food source for its real meal. That's what they are saying. Pardon me for my Filipino accent. Hopefully soon I will improve my speaking. For you to know my progress, please don't forget to follow me in YouTube and subscribe.